This is the brand new Galaxy S26 Ultra. And honestly, Samsung didn't just upgrade specs this year. They added features that actually change how you use a phone daily. But here's the weird part. Some of the biggest upgrades are almost invisible, and one of them might be the smartest smartphone feature I've seen in years. Let's take a real first look. What's in the box? Quickly, here's what you get in the box. The Galaxy S26 Ultra itself, an S Pen built in, a USB-C to USB-C cable, SIM tool, and paperwork. And yes, still no charger included, so you'll need your own to use the new 60-watt fast charging. Alright, now let's take a closer look at the design. First impression. So yes, the Galaxy S26 Ultra is officially here. New design, new AI features, new camera tricks, and a display feature that feels straight out of the future. But before we get into the crazy stuff, let's talk about what you notice immediately. The phone is thinner, slightly lighter, and finally more comfortable to hold thanks to rounded corners. It still looks premium, but Samsung actually switched materials this year to something called Advanced Armor Aluminum, which explains why it feels lighter in hand. Colors this year look surprisingly good too. Cobalt, violet, sky blue, black, and white, which oddly wasn't even clearly listed at launch. And honestly, the Cobalt finish might be the standout. It subtly shifts between blue and purple depending on lighting. Performance. Inside, Samsung packed the new Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5 for Galaxy. And this chip is doing a lot more than just making apps open faster. Samsung claims 39% faster AI processing, 24% better gaming performance, 19% faster everyday tasks, which basically explains why this phone feels less like a smartphone and more like a mini AI computer. But the real question is, what is all that power actually used for? We'll get there in a second, because first, the cameras. At first glance, the camera setup looks familiar, still led by the 200-megapixel main sensor, plus upgraded 50MP and telephoto systems. But Samsung focused more on quality improvements this year rather than big hardware changes. Low-light shots are noticeably brighter. Selfies capture more detail, maybe even too much detail sometimes. Zoom still goes all the way to 100x, although realistically, usable results peak much earlier. But then I found a hidden feature inside video mode that completely surprised me. There's a new option called horizontal lock, and when you enable it, the phone literally keeps your video perfectly level, even if you rotate the device. So instead of footage tilting with your hand movement, the horizon stays locked. It basically turns the S26 Ultra into a mini gimbal. And honestly, it feels like magic when you try it. Now, I thought that would be the coolest feature until I tested the display. Samsung added something called Privacy Display, and this might be one of the smartest real-world features ever added to a phone. When enabled, you see the screen normally. Anyone viewing from the side sees almost nothing. It's like having a privacy screen protector, except built directly into the display. But it gets better. You can customize it too. Hide notifications only. Activate during password entry. Work with specific apps like Gallery or Messages. That's not a spec upgrade. That's a real problem solved. Battery and charging. Now here's the slightly disappointing part. The battery is still 5,000 milliamp hours, unchanged again. But charging finally improved. 60W wired charging, up from 45W. Around 75% charge in about 30 minutes. Wireless charging jumps to 25W. Still no built-in magnetic system, though, meaning magnetic accessories require a case. So here's the Galaxy S26 Ultra in simple terms. Incredible display innovation. Useful AI features, not gimmicks. Faster charging, powerful performance, comfortable redesign, but also same battery size. Camera upgrades feel incremental. Still no built-in magnetic charging, which makes this phone interesting because Samsung didn't try to reinvent everything. Instead, they focused on making everyday usage smarter. And honestly, that might matter more. So now I'm curious, is the S26 Ultra actually a meaningful upgrade? Or is Samsung playing it safe this year? Let me know what you think. In the next video, we'll answer the real question. Should you upgrade from the S25 Ultra to the S26 Ultra? The answer might surprise you. I'll see you there.